Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. It's a rough, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it's a rough 6 miles today. It's a rough 6 miles. I'm doing this at right now, it is 5 a.m. in the morning, and they don't bullshit you when they say this Florida heat when it comes to the summer. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, it takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on you over time when you do it every day, when it's a lifestyle, when you really fucking do it. It takes its toll on you to the point where 6 miles could feel like this. All right, granted, I've done some longer run days over the past couple of days and my legs got a lot of wear and tear. I actually lifted last night too, a little bit last night and this morning, but still, 6 miles. There are times where 6 miles is easy. Today was not one of those times, all right? So as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, I want to explain the concept of being naturally resourceful. All right, what I mean by that is that you're constantly in your bones, in your subconscious, thinking of ways in which you could save yourself some time, save yourself some money, save yourself some energy, save yourself having to do things over and over and over again because of your natural ability to be resourceful. And I'm blessed, seeing that I grew up in a Caribbean household. I'm primarily attracted to the Caribbean or South American women, the majority. I'm not talking about some of these flimsy assholes who don't know how to work and shit like that, who just look for a man to do all their work for. I'm talking about the ones that really came out here, actually didn't know much and had to learn everything on their own and figure it all out. Those naturally resourceful ones. And I am blessed because I have spent this entire school year teaching with one of those types of women, all right? Born and raised Puerto Rico, had to move out here, learn the language, and really make a name for herself and establish a career for herself again. I'm more impressed by that than somebody that, plays at some fancy-ass private high school, goes on to some fancy college and goes pro. I'm more impressed with the woman that has moved to the area, moved to the country, didn't know shit about the country, and then has been able to make a living for herself, is able to provide for her family, provide for everything, provide for herself and her family, I should say, having come from nothing, having come from a background where, again, you had to work just to learn the language, all right? So, like I said, I'm blessed to have been working for the past school year with one of those types of teachers. And yesterday, since it's the last week, we were cleaning up the room, so to speak. We were decluttering the room, taking everything off the walls, because summer's coming and they're going to repaint it and everything's going to be hitting fresh 3 months from now. And there was a situation where there was a couple things on the wall in which the tape that you put on, there's obviously, it's tape that's going to stick for a long time. So a couple of the things that were on the wall were laminated. And as I was helping her take them off, it was easy for me to pull the tape off the laminated thing and not actually rip the piece of paper, right? So the ones that were actually laminated, we were good. We didn't have to replace it. You don't got to go buy a new set or anything like that. But then there was a set of things that was on the wall that wasn't laminated. That was the alphabet and all that kind of stuff. And once I got to that thing, those papers that weren't laminated on the wall, again, she and I were kind of talking about, hey, this is going to be a little more challenging to rip the tape off. I don't know if you want me ripping the paper. I don't know if you want to just, dump this and get a brand new one, whatever it is. Bottom line is we have to be very resourceful and figure it out, because who wants to spend the money on a brand new alphabet every single year when the alphabet's not, fucking changing at all, right? So here's what she did. Instead of me trying to pull the tape off of the paper, I just pulled it off the wall. And because the tape was put in that circular how you put the circle, you make a circle, you put the tape on the paper and you stick it on the wall. Because it was like that, she decided, hey, I'm gonna take my scissors, I'm gonna cut it so I could just put the tape on the paper so we don't have to worry about redoing it or getting a new one or anything like that. And it saves yourself time, save yourself money. And this was a natural instinct. This was naturally instinctively being resourceful when it comes to when you just look around and figure things out. Now, the reason I bring all that to your attention is because, again, I'm all about teaching the wintrepreneur mindset, which also known, you may be hearing that and say, you mean the entrepreneur mindset? Yes and no. I mean the wintrepreneur mindset, a term that I have officially coined as my own. Can't take it, it's mine. you're winning. You're winning in your job. You're winning in your mindset. You're winning because now you don't have to take money out of your own pocket, and you have something you can be doing to save yourself that time. And, you know, when you look at the example I just shared, when it comes to how she takes the scissors, something that's available to her, makes it so she cuts it and makes it so she cuts the tape off and then puts it flat on the paper. Now we don't got to replace nothing. Those are the kind of people that win. Those are the kind of people you want to have in your organization. Those are the kind of people that you don't have to micromanage. You don't have to micromanage. You have the trust to go out. You as a business owner, you have the trust to go out and do what it is you should be doing, which is making the money come in. And you have the ability to make it so the people who you've placed in certain positions, you know their mindset, you know where they're at, you know that no matter what, they get what you're trying to do in your business. And you can focus on what you need to be focusing on, which is making sure the revenue comes in, all right? Very, very important. This is a very important concept to grasp because a lot of people miss the mark when it comes to how distracted we get with fancy degrees and certifications and all that other shit that we make so important in this world, all right? But it's not. It's about how resourceful a person actually is, all right? I got a whole lot more on this main website to check out to dive deeper into all this work. �make_your_move.com. That's �make_your_move.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.